Hello there, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba.
I'm John Humphrey.
Dark Phoenix has a final trailer that's out right now. Weird time to release this. Let's just see what they have to offer.
Ladies and gentlemen of NASA, this is Charles Xavier. Home is on the way.
Doing space missions now. Cool.
We get the astronauts, we bring them home. Go.
Heat signature's
Cool.
rising fast.
We gotta get out of here.
Where's Jean?
Where is she?
Ooh.
She should be dead.
Did you hear what the kids are calling you? Phoenix.
Hey,
Hello,
kid.
Who are you? The better question is, who are you?
When are you?
Something's happening to me. When I lose control, bad things happen. But it feels good.
That power destroyed everything it ever came into contact
Pretty
with.
cheesy.
I may be bad, but I feel.
Makes me fear you.
And what they fear.
We seem to destroy.
She'll kill us all.
Storm.
Quicksilver's death scene.
She's still our friend. She's not Jean anymore.
Damn, Nightcrawler has some white teeth.
Are you threatening me?
That's right.
That would be a bad idea.
Gene!
See, the thing is, like, nobody seems to have any faith in this movie, but I think it cuts cool trailers.
Cuts great trailers.
Yeah.
Hey guys, before we start talking a little bit more about this, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been following us on our Patreon page. Over there we do weekly Q&As as well as TV show reaction stream-alongs for many shows. That includes Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, One Punch Man, as well as reaction highlights included. That includes One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Supernatural, which we also offer stream-along for. And John did all the episodes just finised for Haunting of Hill House, and I did Gotham. I went in a really weird order there. Let's talk about this. It's pretty obvious Quicksilver dies.
It seems like they want to kill a lot of people in this show.
they made it very clear in the last trailer that Mystique dies,
Yeah.
and then the whole funeral setting's about her. I guess this time around they're like, let's not hit
not
that
make it
point home
so
again.
obvious.
Yeah. But
Let's not just confirm this.
they have that one line with Quicksilver that they like, we're going to space now, cool. And then they have that one shot that you see in the other trailers where he's running up the debris, headed towards Jean.
Yeah.
But he's not in any of the rest of the trailers.
I was going to say,
The rest of the trailer, I mean. Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, they used him sparingly in the last movie, right? But I don't know.
But in Apocalypse, it ends that he's part of the team, and clearly he's part of the team now, unless they do some weird thing where he's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
He was called away.
Yeah.
His mom's like, you need to come back home and keep living with me.
Unless they're trying to like really MCU this up by completely hiding that fact.
Yeah, I mean, I like the intro with them like trying to save the astronauts and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. It kind of made it look like they were doing X-Men things as well as having the whole Dark Phoenix scenario. And I don't know. I missed that, I guess, because, you know, with Apocalypse and the crest into making the action like huge and giant, I feel like they did kind of lose some of the more down-to-earth charm. And even though this looks like a big, you know, spectacular installment, I did like having something like that to chew on in this trailer.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm worried about this film. I'm very worried.
Yeah, me
like the
too.
first two trailers I really did love a lot. It seems like, you know, generally whenever I hear about early test screenings, people tend to not like whatever it is. You know, that's always what I rarely hear about of course there are those cases where you do hear like really positive response to the test screening, but I know the Dark Phoenix film has not been having the best of test screenings lately. And a lot of reshoots and whatnot, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Apocalypse. Sophie Turner, I think, is I mean, I don't know her work outside of Game of Thrones, which I think does a wonderful job in.
Yeah, and she's really grown over time on that show. Like, I've really come to enjoy her the older she's gotten. And the one thing is, as much as I didn't care for her in Apocalypse, at least the glimpses in this trailer, I feel like I might like her a little more in this. But
I'm very much on a maybe there.
I'm not holding my breath because it's a trailer, and I'm sure that they can find the best moments and stuff.
Well, there just seems to be some like really corny, cheesy dialogue.
Yes. Yeah.
This was my least favorite. I thought the other two trailers were much better. And I don't know if it's the idea that the time gap between the last trailer and then this one, where my feelings have just become a little bit more. I don't know about this one.
Yeah,
because the last trailer, I was like, I think this might be great. I'm gonna play that card. But now lately, I'm like, I just don't know. I just have no idea now.
I don't know why the vibe I get is just, these are probably pretty good trailers masking something that is ultimately very messy or just not ultimately going to be satisfying, but that's just a weird instinct I get,
No, I don't think it's a weird one at all. It seems to be a lot on display that just doesn't look that great.
That's all the word you hear is everybody's worried and nobody's excited. So.
I also think it's just strange timing to release this trailer, the final trailer, because this movie has a few weeks before it comes out, like several weeks, and it just
it's going to get buried in Endgame right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the idea with the marketing is if you like, you release this trailer in terms of riding some Marvel hype, or the fact that we know that 20th Century Fox and Disney are merging, but I'm like, but I don't know if that. I feel like this is just going to get overshadowed, and you'll forget about this one. I think they should have released this final trailer like 2 to 3 weeks after Endgame or something, not a week before Endgame comes out, your final trailer.
I don't know. I just don't feel like that's a way to ride a hype wave. I feel like that's a way to get your hype wave just overpowered by a totally different one.
Yeah, and because I think like you could probably do an intense breakdown video, like something from New Rock Stars or something like that, or Mr. Sunday Movies, who would really break this trailer down, and you could probably feel like you got a lot of new things from it to get you excited for it. But unless you're not one of those people who does those intense breakdowns or watches those intense breakdowns, this trailer generally felt the same. They're going to NASA. I mean, they're helping out NASA.
They're doing X-Men stuff.
Which just kind of makes me scratch my head and go, I thought everyone hates mutants, especially in the 90s at this point, So it's just kind of a weird, like, other than raising that minor question,
NASA,
which is going to play into Act 1.
NASA is forward-thinking people. Okay? They're scientists,
true.
They're tolerant.
That is true. But that's about the only real new piece I could gather, other than I'm sure if I really slowed this down, I'm like, I saw a couple of new things,
I don't know. I mean, I like some of the imagery. I think the effects actually look pretty good, but I don't know. Ultimately, like, it looks like it has all the things that you would want out of the trailer, but I don't know. It's the same thing I said before. There's just something, I don't know exactly what to call it, but there's something inside that doesn't fully convince me.
We'll see. I kind of get an impression that it's a little over-convoluted.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I guess there's also the element that we know that they're going to try and cram a very prominent and a very important storyline for the X-Men into this last movie that falls into a weird place in the X-Men franchise in general, because it's the end. It's we're passing the guard over to Disney now, and this movie is in a weird position of being this, like, I don't know, afterthought, or like we were already making this before the deal, so like, I don't know, it feels almost like such a consequential story for such an inconsequential movie.
Like, it's one of those things where I'm going to watch it because it's X-Men.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm like, I don't really know who or what to specifically look forward to.
Yeah.
There's not a character here where I'm like, I'm super excited, and arguably that should be. It's weird because the first two trailers I did have that shit, but then in between time of just thinking about this movie and then landing here, I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, What do you guys think? Are you excited for this? Do you think they should have waited to release this trailer? Comment below. I want to give a Patron of the Day shout out to a man named JT. JT, you messaged me on Twitter. You've been one of our longtime friends, Patronajects, and I'm letting you know right now that my social media is currently inactive until after I watch Endgame. So if you're messaging me there, you don't want to do that. He did bring up a good point about this trailer called Anna, Luc Besson's new movie. He's wondering why more people aren't covering it. I don't know, man. I don't know. That I did a reaction for it on the Stardust app, and I'll tell you guys that trailer is a badass trailer. And JT, if there are people who made it to the end of this video, I'm hoping more people go and watch that Anna trailer, because I know you really want more people to watch it. It looks really cool, and one day you'll land yourself a hottie like that Anna in that trailer.
Yeah, and then she can beat the crap out of you, but you'll like it because
Just
you're
the
probably
way you
into
are,
that,
you
yeah.
freak, you Japanese freak.
Mm.
Subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell. Check us out on Patreon. We'll catch you guys later.